Welcome to Retrobot, the YouTube channel where we feed a friendly space robot a diet of pure nostalgia. I'm Clay, and tonight we are celebrating Monica's birthday. I know, it seemed like we had special effects there, but that was actually just my hands. Yeah, these babies. Magic fingers. Thank you. That really wasn't worthy of having a laugh track, but I appreciate the support. So thank you everyone for being here on Monica's very special birthday live stream, where we are going to show stuff that Monica wants to talk about. Whoa, there's stuff that Monica wants to come. Look at, there's stuff right there. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So that is... I don't know what that was for, just because, okay. You know, at some point, maybe when we set up the new studio, a new studio, I want to get like you know, I want to be able to change the lighting so that when we have the evil laugh, we can just have everything bathed in red light and it can be all spooky and stuff, or, you know, like everything's green, or I don't know. Anyway, so, Brick says that I'm not wearing that one hat right. Also not nearly enough. Well, I just happen to have a copy of Cones of Dunshire here, so maybe I can fix this. Wait a minute here. Let's see. I think that we can go like that, huh? Like that, and I need a matching one for the other side. So we'll go like that, huh? Like that, and I probably need a beard hat. So let's go. There's a lot of elastic bands. You know, this is kind of the Abraham Lincoln look. If Abraham Lincoln were actually King Tut. Wait here, there we go. And you know, I feel like, yeah, maybe one more. Like back here, there, you know, so that we got kind of a spiky thing going, huh? Yeah, you know what, there's one more hat in this pack. I feel like we can take this to the extreme here. There. Oi! I'm an 80s punker! Look! I'm hardcore! Somebody! Give me someone to headbutt! Ah! Okay, well, that's about enough of that. So we do have show and tell. We'll see how long this lasts. I make no promises to the longevity of having elastic bands all around my face. And also, these are cupped around my ears, and it really does a good job of making it hard to tell how loud I'm being. Am I talking too loud? I feel like I'm talking too loud! Anyway, so that was not me. That was the cat. Yes. Bad Dudley. Bad Kitty. Anyway, so show and tell. I've gotten a lot of stuff, and I'm not even going to begin to show all of it. But probably the most exciting thing that we have is new Final Faction Elite Alpha Team. We finally got some of these in at one of the Dollar Trees in the Pittsburgh area. Actually, the one in Murraysville. And so you can see they're very Pittsburgh appropriate. Yeah, that's a sports team reference, because sports in Pittsburgh is a big deal, and it's all black and gold. And that's pretty much everything that I know about sports, so you're welcome. But yeah, we got like Alpha Team members, and I just recorded short circuits about these guys, and so those are going to be released over the next few weeks. And who knows? Maybe I'll do some peeks and pokes. I haven't recorded those yet. We'll see if those happen or not. But yeah. So keep your eyes open. This is what the packaging looks like. It's very pretty. But yeah, your Family Dollars. If you're a Final Faction fan, which I am, then I've actually seen these in the wild. Now these are repaints of the original set of figures, and they are also doing Karn figures in new color schemes, and I believe that those are called Venom. I have seen none of those yet. I have not seen anything from the Venom line, so and that's why I wanted to make sure to ask Mr. Don if you happen to keep your eyes open. That's also I believe, at least according to the packaging, in the Elite line, there's also supposed to be a P-131. I have not seen that in the wild yet. If you happen to see the P-131, like, grab 3 or 4, or whatever you feel like. So that's kind of a big deal, because honestly, I had kind of felt like Final Faction was breathing its last breath. We haven't seen anything new since this past summer. And I was kind of getting worried there, because the old stuff was starting to warm the shelves. And I've done my part. I mean, I've done several people's parts. I've bought at least half a dozen of every Final Faction thing that they've released yet. Oh, and in some cases more, by ordering cases and stuff like that. So, if they're warming shelves, it's not my fault. Also, I did recently at our local favorite retro toy store, D&E Collectibles. We got, that is Sharpsburg? Is that Sharpsburg? Okay, so D&E Collectibles in Sharpsburg. Big shout out to Hunter at D&E. He's been on the program. He was a special guest host one night, and he is always really cool and fun, and we waste lots of his time, and they pay him to bullshit with us. And then they had this set. So this is the buzzworthy Bumblebee set, the Creatures Collide set. And this was in Target. They had lots of these, and they were about $80. And yeah, was it $80? I think there was about, it's like 79 or something like that. And this set frustrated me greatly, because it came with a gold bug, which was based off of the Volkswagen version of the Earthrise Bumblebee mold, which you could only get if you paid way too much for it. Otherwise, you got a version of Bumblebee that was a cliff jumper with a different head. And that's the one that I got, because I didn't want to pay I already have issues with this mold because of the whole, you take off the back quarter of the vehicle mold and you call it a shield. I don't like it. I don't like that. From a conceptual level, I just feel like that's kind of lazy design, and it's not really a gimmick. It's more of a shortcut. That's me. I'm sure that there are reasons, but so I didn't want to pay the higher price for the Volkswagen mold of Bumblebee, but I wanted to get the Volkswagen mold. So this has Gold Bug, and that's actually pretty cool. And then it has Ransack, which is a recolor of Kickback. And Kickback from the Evolution line is awesome. I really like that mold. And this is actually a very nice interpretation. So 2 figures that I'm interested in. And then Sky Wasp, who, it's kind of Waspinator in Skywarp colors. That's really what it is. From a version of Waspinator that honestly is only okay at best. It's not the best mold in the world. And then a recolor of Scorponok in original toy colors, and it's not a bad color scheme, but again, this toy is okay at best. It's not a bad toy, but it's certainly not a great toy, and it's not a toy that I really feel compelled to go out of my way to have 2 copies of. But of course, they package the 2 toys that I really don't give 2 squats about with 1 toy that I really wanted and 1 toy that I pretty much wanted, and then wanted me to pay the $80. Well, I didn't do that. So thank you, Hunter. Hunter gave me a reasonable deal on that, and so now I've got Sky Wasp, which does come with a different head. There are actually 2 for everybody except for Goldbug. There are 2 heads included. You can get the original repaint head or a second head, and so he's wearing his second Sky Wasp head, which I believe is based on the Parasite version of this character. I don't even understand the history of this character. There's the mutant head of Scorponok, that which I'm using the cartoon accurate head of Scorponok, and this is a mold that has issues, but it's functional. And then of course we've got Goldbug, which in robot mode he looks great. He does look great, and I've had some fun figuring out ways to do part storage, and we'll talk about that more during a future live stream. And then Ransack, who honestly, if 40 years ago they hadn't produced Kickback with completely made up, like they just didn't have an abdomen in his grasshopper mode. It's like, you know what? All you need for a grasshopper is long legs and some little short front legs. You don't need an abdomen. Insects don't need abdomens. And so you know, they corrected that with the Legacy version, and since he's a repaint, he gets that correction, but you know, the more you know. So that's what we got for I'm knocking stuff over here. So that's our show and tell, and we will probably be talking about all sorts of that stuff in future episodes and future live streams. But for now, let us go on to toast. And since it is cold and rainy here, I've got my hot tea, and so I am toasting with some lovely, lovely hot tea. So with that being the case, a toast to Daniel Evans. A toast to Rob. A toast to Dawn. A toast to Tie Guy. A toast to Colleen. A toast to the Machiavellic. A toast to Hope. Hi, Hope. A toast to Setsune. A toast to Osaka Jack. A toast to Director Daniel Mason. A toast to Mark Lungo. And a toast to Joy. Joy to the live stream. Joy is here. And of course, last but not least, the biggest toast to our birthday girl herself, the lovely, the talented Monica. All right. Okay, I think I've had about enough of this. That's Well, that was kind of chaotic, but it worked. I've got red lines going across my face. Wow, that was hideous and unpleasant. But I did it for you, Dawn. Really, it was for you. So, all right. It being birthday, and I'm just gonna shout out. I haven't seen them yet. We haven't seen them. I'm going to wish her a happy birthday anyway, just in case they jump on. So I know that last week was also Lyric's birthday. From Nathan Fillion. His daughter Lyric Fillion had her birthday last week. And so, Lyric, I am wishing you a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Lyric! Thank you. And Retrobot wishes you a happy birthday. And also Omnibot wishes you a happy birthday. So happy birthday to Lyric. And since she's not here, like I don't want to teleport a cake and then have her miss it, and then it could like end up sitting out and spoiling, and they live in the South where like you can get bugs and stuff, and so we'll hold off on teleporting a cake, but I just happen to have this cake right here, so honey, here you go. You get cake. There you go. And can I have a piece of cake too? Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, I also get a piece of cake, and so we will celebrate with cake. Yeah. What? Oh yes. Oh, of course. Monica was giving me the signal, which I thought meant that I have cake on my chest. We're bad at hand signals. Like, we are in sync about so many things, but you give me hand signals and I've got no idea. Like, she'll look across and she'll be looking for something, and I'll tell her where it is. She's like, it's not there, and I'll say, yes, it is, and then she'll tell me that I'm number one, and then when I thank her for that, she acts all weird about it. I don't know, but all right, I don't want to step on my face accoutrements, which will probably end up in the garbage later anyway, but all right, so no, this doesn't mean there's something on your shirt. This means ukulele birthday. Okay, everybody, I need you to sing with me, all right? Like, we want to be able to hear you over the internet. So, oh, my ukulele birthday and a bucket of cake. My ukulele birthday and a bucket of cake. Oh, my ukulele birthday and a bucket of cake. My ukulele birthday and a bucket of cake. I haven't really come up with any additional words to this song, but it's about birthdays and cake stored in buckets and a bucket of cake. See, that's what I was talking about. My ukulele birthday and a bucket of cake. Happy birthday, Monica! It's good to have a ukulele. Know how to use it. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shoot you, internet. That was symbolic, like celebratory. Oh. I'll spackle that later. Yeah, little bit of spackle, no problem.
Roger, Roger.
Oof. So, all right. So, we were doing something. There's a delicious piece of cake right here. Oh, just so you know, Hostess is where it's at. Okay, I know there's that other company, Little Deborah, but she don't know shit about cake. I'm just saying. Okay, yeah. Go back to the kitchen, Deborah, because Hostess is where it's at. So, anyway, I am creating a rivalry here. All right, and so... Oh, wait. I'm getting a message from my finger. Uh-huh. Whoa, uh-huh. Yep. Oh, yeah. And apparently... Starhound is here! A toast to Starhound! And quite possibly for the first time ever, Lin Fei #1 is here! Lin Fei, welcome! And Lin Fei says, Final Faction Elites, yay! Oh, Lin Fei, you know, you are in my heart right now. Because you and me, we have a love of Final Faction. And so you are in the right place for Final Faction appreciation. So, alright, so a toast to Starhound, a toast to Lin Fei. Thank you both for joining us on Monica's birthday. All right, I don't want to do that too much. I think I can feel my brain bouncing back and forth inside of my head, and it leaves me with a headache. So. That's right, Retro Buddy. And you know what? I will input some cake for you after the stream. You will be input cake. Just go with it, John. Oh, and you too, Omnibot. Yes, I will input cake to both of you. Don't they say anything about inputting 8K? Anyway, so, alright, so it's Monica's birthday, and we are doing a now and then kind of thing, and so, yeah, I showed you before, we're going to be talking about some stuff like this, so let me clear some space. I assume that we're starting with Skeletor. Because Skeletor is a guy with a skull for a head and a blue muscly body. And if you have a guy that's got a skull for a head and a blue muscly body, you name him Skeletor. and he took a tumble. There. Go right there. There we go. There he is. That is original OG. The original gangsta. Where is my? I feel like I should have my Lazy Susan, but I don't see it. She must have gotten so lazy that she took off. Oh, oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, thank you. So here, let's move that and put this down. There we go. All right, Susan. Now, that might be too high. I just lost the sword. There's the sword. All right, so here we go. Hold your sword, Skeletor. Hold the sword. No, now, stop. Freaking Skeletor. All right, there. And there. And, you know, It's not my fault. Skeletor's as old as I am. And oh, there's his staff. Oh. All right, and his staff is a little bit whoopy. It's a little bit whoopy. You know, it could probably use some Viagra, but you know, what are you gonna do? It's a staff that's 40 years old. But so we are doing just to key you in on the premise here tonight. We are looking at toys that Monica loves and the latest reboots and remakes that have come out in the past year of these toys. And so we're starting out with Skeletor. We've seen a real reignition of interest in Masters of the Universe over the last couple years. You know, like for a while it seemed like it was one of those punchline things where, you know, Masters of the Universe was that thing that was big in the 80s and then has kind of struggled to find an audience since the 80s, and there have been quite a few attempts. But this is where it all started, and to me, just so that you understand, to me, He-Man is all about Skeletor. Like, He-Man is just a buff guy in a loincloth, but the real part that makes He-Man fun, that makes you want to collect He-Man, it all comes down to this guy right here. The name says it all, Skeletor. And you look at that big blue muscly body, you look at those boots that are only painted on the front. I never noticed that before, by the way. So, original Skeletor, this is the rare version of the figure with the soft rubber head and the half-painted boot. So, yeah, that was from 1981. This guy is just about as old as I am. Yeah, the half-painted boot is that's a thing. That is, like, I don't know who, and you know, it's funny because I'm just going to point out that like Final Faction, okay, you've got the Final Faction characters, and they don't paint the backs of the bodies. You know, they'll paint the harness going over Steele's chest, and then the paint stops right where the two halves of the body meet, and then if you want the back half painted, you just got to pull out a brush and do it yourself. And honestly, that is not all. I mean, yeah, it's there, but you know, you have to be a nerd like me to really fixate on it and be able to tell. For the most part, when you're playing with the figure, it's not all that obvious. As soon as I saw this figure, it was like, oh, that's weird. I didn't know that Skeletor's boots weren't painted, but apparently this is a rare version. I'm kind of glad that it's rare. I mean, honestly, when I was a kid, this would have bugged the heck out of me. The half-painted boot. Like, really? Is that worth the cost? I don't know. But it does have a squishy rubber head, and it does have boots that seem painted, you know, mostly. It looks like he's wearing weird socks. Honestly, it looks like he's got like light blue and purple socks that are just like a weird pattern. So that is where we're starting with the 1981 version, and of course, you know, it has the sword that is half of the Sword of Power. And it can combine with He-Man's sword and presumably unlock Castle Grayskull. I had friends that had Castle Grayskull. I don't think that any of them ever used the combining sword unlock feature. I know that I was never aware of it. And I remember my friend Joe had a bunch of He-Man figures. He never mentioned it. But you know, I don't know if he was paying it that much attention either. Of course, with these OG He-Man figures, you have, let's see here. Wait here. We'll take out the staff. So you have the spring-loaded waist thing so that he can punch, or maybe in this case swipe. See, he's swiping with his sword. You have 5 points of articulation, calling back to Final Faction. So you've got a head pivot, you've got the spring-loaded waist pivot, you've got the O-ring legs, which was kind of a thing in the 80s. I'm glad that it's a thing that has gone away. But no, stand up. Just stand up for a few more minutes, and then we'll be good. And yeah, I mean, they were big, they were muscly. When I remember that one of my friends in college used to draw a lot of comic book art, and he would look at He-Man figures to get the muscles, to figure out the muscles. And they're great for muscles. They're not great for proportions, but they're great for muscles. And his artwork did end up looking like he was drawing from a He-Man figure. So that's our OG Skeletor. Now let's take a look at the updated version, and we'll just kind of right here. We'll just back that off a little bit right here. I think that we'll just take out the Lazy Susan and blammo! There it is. This is Cosmic Terror Skeletor. This is new this year. This is from the computer animated version of He-Man on Netflix, and I've been watching that show. It's actually a fun show. It's not the adult themed show that the Kevin Smith version is, which I really enjoyed, by the way, but it's got a lot of fresh ideas. And one of the things that we did get is Skelegod, and that was also in Kevin Smith's, but this looks very Skelegod. I'm sorry, this looks Skelegod, and it's got like stars in the wings, and he's got a tail, and he's got ram horns coming out of his skull, and he's got the what was the green, like Havoc, right? The Havoc energy, and what was the good energy, like I don't know, Bumblebee energy. That's a different franchise. So we've got this guy, and he does have like arms that these, like, it looks like he's being stabbed by a couple things in his back, and you can use those as levers to. So I guess the idea is that He-Man stabbed Skeletor in his back and is now riding him like a mount of some sort. He's got these big wings. The big wings are awesome. This one seems to rotate pretty freely. This one doesn't want to, and I don't want to force it, because Monica would cry if I broke her Skelegod, not Skelegod, Cosmic Terror Skeletor, even though it's absolutely Skelegod. She's nodding. No, it's not. It's not Skelegod. It is totally Skelegod. Big hands. Like here. You can just, let me just pick something completely at random. Oh, look, it's Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. So he could grab Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern and be like, and actually you could go like this, and you could just like bang him on the floor, and he could be like, no, by the power of my ring, oh God, please make it stop, and that's what you would do with Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. You can twist the hands here. You've got pretty well articulated hips with the legs that go out and in and out and in and forward and back, and then it seems like there's a joint here, but there isn't. It's just places where pieces of plastic come together. I feel like that's a missed opportunity, but, you know, whatever. You do get a little swivel here because, you know, you might want to do that. I don't know. You could do that for some reason if you wanted to. You could do both of them. Look, they're both facing the wrong way, and that's important. But we didn't get knee joints. I'm not sure I understand, but sure. You got a little bit of tail, huh? Some tail waggle, so he can have his tail up, huh? You know, sort of like when a cat is walking in front of you and he wants to show you his butthole. You know, that's really what that's all about. And then this is considerate cat. So considerate cat, rude cat. Considerate cat, rude cat. There we go. So that is Cosmic Terror Skeletor, and this is Skeletor's powered up ultimate version. Not at all Skelegod. Not at all Skelegod, because that was Kevin Smith's. It's totally Skelegod. I mean, let's just be honest. It's Skelegod. I'm sure that they are not stealing the idea. Let's face it. For all of us who have ever had even a passing interest in Masters of the Universe, we have all wanted to see Skeletor win. We have been waiting for 4 decades. 4 decades? Yes, 4 decades to see Skeletor win. It is not a coincidence that these new Masters of the Universe shows are giving us a taste of what happens when Skeletor wins. Because we've been waiting. We love Skeletor. We all love Skeletor. Even if you're like the nicest person in the world, and it's like, no, Skeletor's the bad guy. You don't want him to win. Come on. Search your heart. You know it to be true. You want to see Skeletor win. At least once. At least once. You want to see it. So, the body is the same color as original Skeletor's face. So, you see how he's got the yellow and the green, and he's got the yellow and the green. So, he's got a little bit of Havoc and a little bit of Bumblebee also. Yeah. See, I brought it back. I brought it full circle. The Bumblebee gag. So, and speaking of Bumblebee gags, Perry Viking is here. They toast to Perry Viking. Welcome, Perry Viking. You are just in time to see Absolutely Not Skelegod, because that was a different series. Even though it's sort of Skelegod. Cosmic Terror Skeletor 2023. Cosmic Terror. He's cosmic. There's cosmic in the wings. Terror. See, there's terror right there. You know, you're looking at it. You're looking right at the terror that is Cosmic Terror Skeletor. So yeah. This guy's cool. This guy's awesome. This guy's cool. This guy's awesome. This guy might be awesomer. I mean, this guy wouldn't exist without this guy. And so, you know, let's be fair. And they can be buds. Like, you know, he's like, yeah, we're friends. We rule the universe together. So yeah, that is Skeletor. Oh, and let's see. This Skeletor, $20. $20. That's actually really good. And you know, if you want, you can even give him like the staff that looks like his head. Yeah, he can absolutely use the staff that looks like his head. There. We're staffing. There, yeah, you can see it looks like his head because it's got the, anyway. Yeah, these are the jokes, folks. These are the jokes. So yes, that is Skeletor. Monica, do you like Skeletor? Do you like Skeletor? Would you like Skeletor? Here we go. There is Skeletor, and there is Skeletor, and here is a Skeletor stick, and boom, birthday. All right, so moving on, onward. Oh, let me, let's get Susan back on the job. Come on, Susan, quit napping. See, she's lazy because it's a lazy Susan. That's the joke. It's lazy. Anyway, so there we go. We got the lazy Susan, and we have Maxx Steele from RoboForce. RoboForce is, I feel like RoboForce was kind of an ill-fated line when they came out during a time when this is what robots looked like. I mean, Omnibot looks like Maxx Steele. And Rob, the video robot, 10 years later, looked like Maxx Steele. This is what the type form for a robot was in the 80s. And so, of course, it makes sense to do a toy line with a bunch of robots. The problem was that a bunch of jerks started importing all of these Japanese robots that didn't look like this. They looked like warriors, and they turned into cars and trucks and stuff. And people were like, oh, isn't it? I want those. And then, it's sort of like any album that came out by a guitar band that wasn't the Beatles at the same time as Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. That album made everything else, even stuff that was brand new, obsolete. And that's what happened to RoboForce. GoBots and Transformers came along and made these kinds of robots obsolete in the minds of children. And Maxx Steele is cool. These robots are cool. This kind of a robot is cool. So this was released in 1984. Oh, if they had come out in 1982, like they could have owned it. But the line was completely trounced by Transformers and GoBots, and you can store things in the chest. And see, we have thing in the chest. Here's a thing, and it's in this chest. I like little compartments, and then you can, I guess it's pretty much a robo shiv. He's got a robo shiv, so he can robo shiv stuff. And it's got suction cups, so you can do that, huh? yeah, he can stick on stuff, which I feel like I've tried this before, but as the hairline continues to recede, this gag gets better and better. So oh yeah! Yes! Oh, I am so Maxx Stealing it right now. Yeah. I've got a Maxx Steele-a-corn. So, and you can't do that with Optimus Prime. You cannot. So, take that, Transformers and GoBots. Yeah. And look, we got he can do the sort of the Superman thing. See, I can't hit that note. I should have started like half an octave down. But it's really on there too. Okay, now I have a red circle on my forehead. That'll probably leave a mark. But, you know, it's fine because it's disguised by all the crisscrossing red lines left from the hats earlier. So that's good. So yeah, Max Steele has his Robo Shiv. He's got his little gun. He's got Robo hugging action. So you do this, and it's got a it's actually a very cool mechanism. What they're doing is they're pumping air in, and then they've got these little plastic bands here that keep the arms at their existing length on the insides and allow the arms on the outside to expand, which causes them to curve in when you pump air and you get hugging action. It's, you know, I feel like there should be a simpler way to do that, but it's effective and it's still working after 40 years. So who am I to complain? They pulled it off. You know, I feel like this would be a more appealing toy if they didn't have to depend on stickers to get the colored details in the chest and on the head. Like, you know, even it, like, take or leave it, you know, this sticker here. Like, you could go completely without that, and then if they had just molded in that detail and painted it on, I feel like it would have looked cooler. You know, stickers just they don't look cool, and that's something that modern toys have really benefited from. Most of the modern toys are now tampographed, and we don't have to deal with stickers, which I think is a good thing. Other than that, Max Steele is actually a very cool little robot, and as somebody who loves retro robots, yeah, that's right, I said it, buddy, I said it. You know who I'm talking about. So then, you know, yes, you too, Omnibot. Both of you. I love both of you. So yeah, you know, I like this, but if I had to choose, you know, when I was a kid, I really, yeah, I didn't have a whole lot of money. I had to choose. I did this often. I would choose one thing. I would choose one comic book and just be into that one comic book. I chose one toy line, and that was the toy line I was into, and that was GoBots, followed very soon after by Transformers. And so I wouldn't have gotten a Max Steel, even if I thought it was cool, because I had to choose. And, you know, the sad thing is, if I had been into RoboForce, I would have spent a lot less money. Lot less. So that is 1984's Max Steel. That's 2 X's, just so you know. That's Max to the Max Steel. Let's take a look at the 2023 counterpart, Maxx 89, which Max Steel came out in 84. Is this like the Nintendo version of Maxx? So, Maxx 89 from Max Steel RoboForce. This is the updated version. And what's nice is it comes in a big box with a pull-out insert. That means that you don't have to destroy the packaging. It's very nice. You know, it's modern. It's got a beautiful illustration on the back. Like this is cool. This is cool artwork, and you can see Max just looking super badass. And there's a bio here explaining what Maxx 89 is and why he's awesome. And you know, you see that there's a Max and a Wrecker. And is that the only 2 that there are? So where's the bad guy? Oh, it just came out. So they're hoping to make enough money with these that they can make more. Well, we bought them, so, you know, how much was this? 80. Ooh. Look. 82. Oh, 80 for 2 of them. Oh, okay, so about 40 apiece. Okay. I'll tell you what, we were about to have an eBay auction, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is a cool toy, but you know, $80 for one figure was going to be a little bit rough. So we got the whole set. We got, all right. Okay, so that's not so bad. That's not quite so bad. Remind me to show you our credit card bill later. No, actually, this is cool. This is very cool. Okay, here, I'll give you this back. All right, so this is the modern equivalent, and I will tell you already, he looks amazing. like he is heavy. He feels like something that you don't want to give your child, because your child will, if you give it to your son, he will end up throwing it at his sister, and she will end up in the emergency room. So here we go. We've got Maxx Steele, and oh my gosh, like he is worth his weight in plastic, because he really feels like he is weighty. He is solid. His joints, oh my gosh, the joints are nice. He feels just good. He feels good. Oh my, he really feels good. So, you know, we've got a swiveling head. There's no real yes or no. There's only no. There's no yes. There's just no. Okay, so he is designed to say no. If he doesn't say anything, you can take that as a sign of approval. He's got shoulder articulation, which is, you know, pretty nicely done, considering that, you know, with the geometry here, there's not a lot of room for it to move around, but it still does a pretty decent job of being very well articulated. We have bicep rotation. We have a functional elbow. Do we have wrist twist? No, we don't have wrist twist. I think that this little claw hand come out? Seems like the claw hand should come out. There, okay. You know, it's strange that I couldn't twist that, because it's round. Okay, it does twist. It was just kind of stuck. So you do have wrist twist and a claw hand that can be removed. And so that's cool. We've got another claw hand over here that doesn't want to twist until there. Okay, and now, oh yeah. This is, so it's it feels like it's solid rubber. You know, kind of a dense, hard rubber. Not squishy, but not like ABS or high density polyethylene. We've got we've got a twist at the waist. Yeah, there's a twist at the waist, and we've got hips. His legs go out and in, and he can absolutely twerk. Thank you for that. All right, so we've got a little bit of twist here. We do not have a thicep twist. We do have a knee bend. And most importantly, oh, I'm afraid to do this. We've got big fat, like these are deep suction cups. I think that they have a lot of hold. I may end up with spots on my forehead after I try this. Let's find out. Wait here, I'm gonna have to kind of do it. Okay, can we do both? Because I feel like I need both, because he's heavy. Let's do one right in the middle. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. And we'll do, you know what? Wait here. Gotta moisturize me. There we go. And yes, there. Boy, there's a lot of leverage. Oh, I can feel it pulling against my skin. Okay, so if you're going to do the forehead trick with him, because he is very, very weighty, you want to kind of scrunch him up a little bit so that, you know, so that he's mostly staying, you know, you don't want him to try and pull a lot because he's a very heavy figure. So I feel really comfortable like this right now. It feels very natural to have Maxx Steele just kind of hanging out on my forehead. Oh, he's really pulling against my scalp. He is really... Okay, wait. This is... Okay, there we go. And you can see that is... Yeah, that's a little bit of a hickey. I just got a hickey.
You've got mail.
So, Setsune says, Captain, the squeak of my hip joints keeps alerting the enemy. And yeah, he it really does. He really is. He's such a solid figure.
You've got mail.
Oh, and Jessica Cherry is here! Just in time for me to get Maxx Steele off of my head. Jessica Cherry is here. A toast to Jessica Cherry. I'm knocking stuff over. Max is knocking stuff over. A toast to Jessica Cherry. All right, let me put him on the big camera. Oh wait, before I do that, because there's other stuff here. Like there's extra bits here. So yeah, you already saw that the claws come off. So you could take off that claw and put on the spiky claw, which that's awful. Maxx Steele, like the original version, he looks like such a nice guy. Even with his robo-shiv, or maybe that's like some kind of kinky butt toy. I don't know. But he seems like, he just looks like, oh yeah, I'm a good guy. I am good guy robot. And this guy looks like he is not, he is really not impressed by the humans, by his human creators. I feel like this version of Maxx Steele is prime for the robot rebellion. So we got these things, and they go on somewhere. Okay. So I see a plug right there. It seems like there's a plug right there. There's like a shoulder thing, so you can put that on. Maybe. Boy, it. Maybe let me try one of the other ones, because it might need a different one. Okay, so there. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that can fit. All right, so we got like that thing, which can go there, and I think that this one can probably plug in. Oh, boy, that's okay. Is that the same size? Is that the same size? Okay, so these are like trapezoid shaped. I guess they never got the memo about round pegs, but they decided, no, we want to make sure that you don't accidentally have it rotated slightly the wrong way. We'll give you a trapezoid peg that only goes in one way. And so we've got that, and then we've got this. He's got... Max, you have gotten violent. Max is like, he's got this giant gun that kind of screams kill all humans, and then we've got this thing which plugs in somewhere. It plugs in somewhere. I wonder if there's a picture. Okay, so wait here. It seems to go in maybe. Oh, there's some things in his butt here. So he's got, okay, this is shown going over his shoulder, so maybe this one is supposed to go back here. Let's see. So the tall part seems, well, that can't do that. I mean, that just can't do that. So, this kind of has to do this. Oh yeah, that does do that. So this has to go into his side some. Oh, I see it. So there's a thing on the side here. They're all different sizes too. So you have to find the right hole to put the thing. And does his chest open? No chest open? Okay. Well, that's all right. It doesn't have to. They kind of played that out in 1984. So, so now he's got all of this extra stuff. And let me put him in front of the camera here. Max, please don't kill me. So here we go. And no, don't. He is not gonna start. Max, you are. All right, here we go. So the I will say that the suction cup feet leave him just a little bit unstable if he's not because his arms are very, very weighty, and it makes him want to either tip forward because these are big squishy feet. So I'm noticing that having him in a wait. Oh, let me try this. Maybe this will fix it. There we go. Yeah. I think we got the solution right here. We got a solution. All right, and we'll put that down there, and maybe now he will. And boy, he really wants to pitch forward. All right, there we go. There we go, and we'll adjust the camera a little bit, and put him back, and we will press the button, and there, look at him. Oh my gosh, it's Max Steele. It's Max 89. Max 89. It's not Max Steele, it is Max 89. And yeah, take a look. I mean, this is a beautifully sculpted toy. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, they have reimagined this character in such fantastic detail, and I honestly feel like there is a story that I want to see with this character. And I don't know if I want to see him fight the Mandalorian. I don't know if I want to see him fight Megatron, but I really want to see him fight somebody. Hopefully not Voltron, because then he gets sliced neatly in two halves. But you look at the intricate detail put into these molded parts and all of the cool mechanisms. He is retro-tastic. It is like all of those cool retro-looking hoses and things, but at the same time, he's dynamic and has fantastic proportions and modern posability and suction cups on his feet. That, I mean, he honestly is really, really nice, and certainly this is a toy that, yeah, this is a $40 toy. It is not a cheap toy, but it's also not the most expensive toy. Certainly there are plenty of other toys out there that cost a lot more money that don't weigh nearly as much as this one does, and if you're paying by the pound, then this is a pretty good alternative. So yeah, modern Max Steele, or Max 89. I keep calling him Max Steele, but it's Max 89. But more importantly, the thing that I wanted to say is Tim Kangaroo is here. A toast to Tim Kangaroo. So, this is just me. Because this is where my mind went immediately when I saw this toy. Like, I love what they've done here. I think that he looks fantastic. And, I kind of I kind of wish that there was like a little lever built into the legs or something so that you could suck pull the suction cups up into the foot, and maybe do that thing that you see a lot of latching suction cups do where it really locks them in tight, but it would also make this less floppy. That is something that I notice, that just having him stand, it's actually hard to get him to stand really stably if he's not stuck down to a surface. Also, because there's no thicep twist, are we sure that there's no thicep twist? It seems like there should be a thicep. There is not. I mean, you can see that there is kind of there is a little bit of a ring where the part of this hinge was attached inside the pieces of the thigh, but it doesn't move. I wish they would have made that rotate, because then you could plant both feet firmly on the floor or whatever surface, and I think that would make him much more stable. Certainly having some kind of little latching mechanism that pulls the suction cups up into the leg would make him more stable. So those are a couple minor criticisms. The design overall looks fantastic. I mean, he's awesome. He is just awesome. And if you have even a passing interest in RoboForce, then you kind of owe it to yourself to get one of these, because I don't think that we will see toys like this ever. Like this I feel like is a once in a lifetime toy. So that being said, my first reaction when I saw this was, I would have loved for them to design this where it has a little Maxx Steele that looks like this, and then it goes into a suit, like the body is hollow, or maybe there's it's hinged at the hips, and then the rest of it just kind of attaches up around his body, and this is really just the the body's encapsulated around here and the head pokes out, and so then you have big cool robot body that looks like this, and a little Maxx Steele robot that can come out of it, and then that really brings the retro into the future, and it's like, okay, so this is upgraded armor for this guy. I mean, that's just me. That was the first thing I thought of, and it's hard for me to get that out of my head, because it just seems like that's what should have happened. I am going to put all of these, what I would fear, I don't know, but my fear is that all of these extra pieces would break pretty easily because they have little tiny pegs, so I want to be careful about that. And I'll take now his gun is not going to break. Look at that. That is a big chunky gun. That's not made for fighting bad guy robots. We know this is a human killer. This is the gun that splatters humans into goo. So anyway, so I'll put the gun back. Let's we have his death claw hand. And all right, so yeah, I'm gonna put him back in his box, keep him safe and sound. There we go. Yes. And we had a plastic shell or something, or did I put it back in here? Put it back in here. There we go. So yeah, that is Maxx 89. I hope that this line does well enough that they're able to continue. I don't know how much nostalgia there is for Maxx Steele RoboForce, but this is a really cool reimagining. They've done a beautiful job overall. And even with my light criticisms of how the feet work, I still think it's well worth just spend your $40, get a Maxx Steele or get Wrecker. You know, like if you just either way. But you know that's cool. So and I will set this right here. And so the next thing on our list. Show me what you got. Wait, no, that we're not allowed to reference that show anymore because it turned out that the guy's a dick. Such a shame when people that are funny turn out to be assholes. I don't like it. You know, it kind of ruins it for me. You kind of invest in you invest your heart and your interest in something that you find really, really clever and entertaining, and then the person turns out to be a jackwagon, and you're like, you just kind of ruined it. You just kind of ruined it. You know, when somebody who's cool and friendly acts like an asshole, it's funny. But when somebody who's actually an asshole acts like an asshole, it's not. So, anyway, here we go. Darkwing Duck! Yes! I am the terror that flaps in the night. I am the oversized figure missing his hat, which you will search for online and pay too much money on eBay for because you didn't read how much they were charging for shipping. Yeah, there we go. So this is Giant Darkwing Duck. Let me move him back here. He really is big. And Monica made the cape because he was missing the cape. You did a good job on the cape. I like the cape fabric. You did a nice job on the cape. He was released by Playmates. This is one of Monica's favorite toys. She got this one secondhand years later. The hat and cape are very hard to find, and when you do find them, people want way too much money. But you know what? Looking at this now, I have a 3D printer now, and I have a sample pack of all sorts of different colors of material. I can model a hat. Oh yes, she will get a hat. That's gonna happen. So yeah, the hat is forthcoming, and by the way, you know, when I finish that hat, I will put links to the file, and if there are any other people out there who are missing this hat, you can print a hat. We'll give you a digital hat. So here he is. Even without his hat, he looks great. He's got a little bit of a smudge here up on top that, you know, unfortunate. But he is a pretty old toy. 1991 was, what, 32 years ago? 32 years ago? So 32-year-old toy. He's got arms that move. He's got legs that move. He's got a head that kind of waggles. He's got a waggling head. His legs squat. You know, he goes from kind of a hunch to a squat, and that's cool. His arms kind of, yeah, he can do that. So you know, but he looks fantastic. He looks like the cartoon character from every angle. They did a terrific job of modeling him and getting all the proportions right and making a toy that honestly in 1991 I would have given my left nut for a giant Darkwing figure like this, and I'm really glad that Monica has him because that means that I have him too. So that is him. You know, there's not a whole... I mean, what you see is what you get with this figure. There's not a whole lot of hidden stuff. I don't know if there were other accessories, but you know, what do you need? Because it's a giant... It's this. It is this. You know how... Do you want a gas gun? Okay, you know what? We'll rapid prototype a gas gun. I'll have to model a gas gun. But or I'll go to Thingiverse because I bet somebody else has modeled a gas gun for this thing. Check Thingiverse. I don't know, but you know, that's so these are things that we could do. Does it have a Goslin figure? No, it does not, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it's Darkwing Duck. It's freaking Darkwing Duck. You know, flapping, nighttime. So that is the 1991 version of Darkwing Duck, and now let's show the modern equivalent from 2022, made by Beast Kingdom. It is Darkwing Duck. Oh yeah, take a look. So here's the packaging. This is a far more realized figure. We have different hands. We have different facial expressions. We have a hat. We have a gas gun. We have a grappling hook. So this promises to be the terror that flaps in the night. Let's go ahead and open it up. I got the 9 o'clock thing. You know, it's well. All right. Well, you know what? I feel like a if I'm going to blow my nose, I need to do a super blow. Here we go. Are you ready for it, internet? That's what Unicron voice is for. I don't know how that sounded. I hope I didn't just blow everybody's brains out with that. So, all right. So let's go ahead and look at the presentation, huh? We've got Darkwing and his hands and his hat and everything very nicely laid out. It is very nice. Like this is iPhone level packaging right here for large scale Darkwing Duck. And all right, so we got okay. So we lift this out, and then under here we have more. We have another beak. We have different facial expressions on the masks. I think that this is rope for his grappling gun. This is his gas gun or grappling gun or something. And we've got a stand. So let me put some stuff. I'm gonna start piling stuff all over the place here. It's fine. Everything's fine. How are you? So let's take this out. I've never actually played with this toy. I think that we played with the Negaduck version of this, and that was also very cool. All right, so here we go. Now this is a much more articulated version of Darkwing Duck. We've got cloth clothes, so yeah, I like the fabric. I like the buttons. It seems like the shirt needs to be longer. And I remember feeling this way with Negaduck also, that he's got a little bit of Baby Huey happening where he's got a lot more belly. Like, you look at this, and this is what the cartoon looked like, okay? His jacket thing went all the way down to his waist. And this one has his jacket, unfortunately, just going about half an inch too high. You know, it should be down here, not up here. And you can see that, like, if I pull it, it's pretty close to how it should be, but it kind of looks like his shirt was shrunk in the laundry. just a little bit. Now I want, oh, these are magnetic snaps. Oh ho ho, magnetic snaps. That's pretty cool. So, a cape that is red on the inside. Very nice. Very, very nice. And of course, we've got the head, which can look up, it can look down, it can say no, it can say yes, it can say, I am the terror that slaps in the night. I am the action figure with too many points of articulation. I am Darkwing Duck. And I really need to stop doing that because it's terrible for my voice. We've got ball joints, or at least what feel like ball joints at the shoulder. We got, his arms go all the way around. We've got we've got wrist tiltage. We've got wrist swivel. So, we do not have an elbow. Oh wait, no, there is an elbow, and it's facing the wrong way. Here, let me swivel. Let's swivel, and there we go. Okay, so the elbow is just kind of facing the wrong way, but the nice thing is we've got a swivel at the shoulder and a swivel at the wrist, which means that the elbow joint was easy to rotate into the correct position. So that's very good. We've got ball joints at his duck butt, and we've got some swivel here at the thigh-cep. We've got a knee joint. We've got ball joints at the foot, and again, there's swivel action. So, you can get this figure into all sorts of cool poses. I think, yes, we do have a wire in the cape, which is really, that's important because you want him to be able to have like dynamic cape stuff. That's kind of necessary. Now I kind of, you know what, the cape is working. The cape is working. It's a very light wire, and it almost feels like it doesn't want to do what you want it to do. But I think it's okay. I really think that it's okay. It seems to be holding the positions that I'm trying to get it in, and we can do cool things like that, and turn it out like that, so that it's like he's swooping down, and he's fighting evil and stuff, and also fighting for his own popularity. And then we've got other. Let's get a face. Got my little backdrop thing. So we've got different duck face parts. So like. We'll get those. There. Okay, so this is normal angry Darkwing. Oh my gosh, he's got no eyes. Okay, wait, here we can just slide. So the eyes and the masks are one, but that's okay. That's actually pretty cool because they just slide right on, and the masks are rubber. And that just presses right down over top. And speaking of masks made of rubber, Christopher Remley is here! A toast to Christopher Remley! And because my throat is sore from doing Darkwing impressions, another toast for Christopher Remley! The hot tea was the right choice. I don't know what it's like for everybody else. Here in Pittsburgh, it has been rainy and drizzly all day long, and it's about 40 degrees. It is yuck. It is just yuck. And so I have been, I've been trying not to feel sicky, but this weather, it just kind of makes me want to get under the covers and try again tomorrow. that's really what it does. So so there we go. This is much more like this. The first mask was I am the terror. This is I am the terror that flaps in the night. And then this is more oh darn. I just realized that I'm in way over my head. So we've got that. We also have let's his the beak that this is a Daffy Duck gag. Like like I feel like there's an explosion and then you just end up with a beak and he says you are despicable. But so we have closed beak here. Yeah, closed beak. Closed beak is good, but honestly, he needs open beak because honestly, how often is he not talking? This is Darkwing Duck. He's a talker. So let's also give him his gun, his multi. It's really kind of a multi-purpose gun because like. It's his gas gun, but then it's also a, let's see. It's also a grappling hook gun when it needs to be. So you got the grappling hook. Oh, and he's having trouble holding it. So we got that. Yeah. So it can be a grappling hook gun, which I'm really glad that they included that because, let's face it, Darkwing Duck doesn't have powers other than apparently being indestructible. Like he that's really his shtick is that he gets beaten up all the time, but he can't seem to die. And then we have the rope here, and that's cool. Oh wait, yes, okay, there is a peg. I thought there wasn't a peg. So, you also have this so that he can be like shooting mid-shot. That's cool. That is cool. All right, I will give them props for that. So, that is a really neat prop. You have all sorts of different hands. I'm not going to show the different hands. I mean, they're hands. They're different hands. And very importantly, we have the hat that flaps in the night. And that, it almost looks a little bit small. Like I feel like it's like, I don't know. Shouldn't it cover go right down to the mask? I feel like it should go all the way down to the mask, but it just... is this maybe a case where you take off the top of the head and put the hat on? Oh, okay, so you just... Maybe I have to squeeze it more. Maybe I have to squeeze it more. I guess that's it. And it looks all right. I feel like... Excuse me. I feel like both his laundry all got shrunk. His suit is just a little bit too small. His hat is just a little bit too small, or at least like where it goes onto the head. It just needs. I feel like it needs to go like a little bit more onto the head. Now here's Negaduck. He's got a little bit of that too. Yeah, just a little bit of that. He comes with a chainsaw and a sneer. So, yeah, but honestly, seeing these two guys together, they look fantastic. They really do. Like, they look excellent. I'm going to try to get past the hat that I don't think fits right. I'm gonna try to get past it, but when you've got suction cup brain, you kind of get stuck on things, and I keep wanting to squish the hat down just a little bit further. Maybe when I model a hat for this one, then I'll just scale it down slightly for this one. This one is smaller. It is smaller. But you've also got a lot more articulation. You've got accessories. You've got different hand positions, different facial expressions. I mean, this is a gorgeous figure, and especially for those of us who love Darkwing Duck, and I do. I love Darkwing Duck. Like, I didn't even watch the Disney afternoon. I don't think that I had cable when the Disney afternoon was on. What? It was, well, no, what I mean is like we didn't have television. Like, you know, we had a TV, but when I was in high school, there was a period there where my mom and I were on a very, very strict budget, and a TV wasn't part of it. That was money that you couldn't afford. So, and if you didn't have cable, then the only thing that you could get were 3 channels through the air. That was really, and it would be fuzzy and crackly and not worth it. You know, like once you've had cable coming into your house, then you never go back to rabbit ears. That's just the way it is. And so I just didn't watch TV for several years, and I had been a TV junkie before then, and so I kind of missed the Disney afternoon, but I was aware of the existence of Darkwing Duck. And even though I never watched it, I knew I loved it. It's one of those things where immediately, like every time I would be at a friend's house and there was an advertisement for it, or if somebody had it playing in the background or something, I was just captivated. I don't know why, but I love Darkwing Duck. And, you know, I think that both of these figures really bring something to the table. I actually really like the simplicity of this one. It's a great incarnation of the character. The only thing that it's really missing, obviously, is a hat. But, you know, it seems like a disservice that it doesn't have his gas gun or any other gadgets to go along with him. Because that's Darkwing's thing. But, you know, still, this is, I mean, it's so big. And it's got such a great presence, and it's got such good proportion. It's so well sculpted. It's such a great embodiment of the animated character that I am very glad to have this. This one is, it has all the things that this doesn't. It has articulation, it has accessories, it has different hands, different faces, and you can put them into different poses. I mean, it is a very, very playable toy. I wish that the coat were a little bit longer. I wish the hat were just a little bit bigger. Those are my 2 complaints. I'm sorry, I'm a nerd on the internet. I have to complain about things. It's my job. So, but nonetheless, still an awesome figure. Both of these, awesome figures. Negaduck just looks so evil. He is badass. And I love him. So here, let me give you Negaduck before I lose any of his pieces. Oh, and so I will put Darkwing in his place. I don't know what that means. And let me take apart his grappling hook. It does make me a little bit nervous every time I'm pulling against this thin plastic rope. I'm glad that they included it. Don't get me wrong. It's fantastic. And I love that they made the gas gun so that the grappling hook works with it. You know, like they could have easily had 2 separate guns or just not included the gas gun part of it. But no, they gave us that. And there's also a stand, which I didn't show because you know what a stand looks like. It looks like a stand. And we will put this back on here, which you can't see what I'm doing. I could just be making noises and saying that I'm doing stuff. Oh, I'm gonna put this back in here. Oh, I'm also gonna fix the transmission. Yeah, we'll just knock that into place. Oh, yep. Oh, it looks like I'm gonna have to pull the camshaft out. Yep. Okay, here, let's I don't. Aren't you glad you logged in for this? This is good stuff, right? All right, let's put that in there, and that in there, and this in here. Okay, maybe this can go on this side. Maybe that side. There we go. There we go. And then this goes on top of here. And see? Yeah. I've got the theme song going through my head as we speak, just so that you know it's in there. Oh, I think I put that together upside down. I'll let you fix this. I ruined it. I ruined Darkwing Duck on Monica's birthday. And speaking of ruining Darkwing Duck, Emily Gray is here! A toast to Emily Gray! Oh, yeah. It's all about the hot tea. All about the hot tea. Just a disclaimer, Emily Gray did not ruin Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck can't be ruined. So, there you go. All right, so here is one. I'm going to take great pleasure in showing you every single piece and taking the doll out of the box and showing you her clothes and her accessories. It's Draculaura from Monster High, and an original in the box. It's never been opened, and we're going to open it right now. Just kidding. Just kidding. Monica asked that I please don't open this. It is Draculaura, so I'm not a big doll guy. I'll admit it. I have never really paid attention to the pink aisle. But I will say that I remember the first time that I was in Target and I saw Monster High dolls on the shelves, and they caught my eye because I thought, wow, those are actually really cool. And you look at the dolls and you look at the different colors that they put into the hair and the fantastic detail that they put into the clothes, and they're real clothes, not molded plastic. And everything is gothy and black and pink and it's kind of horror themed, and the whole premise of be yourself, be a monster, as a way of kind of marketing to girls, but marketing to everyone that it's okay to be different, it's okay to be unique, and it's okay to be a little bit freaky. I immedially thought these were cool. And then Monica, I of course didn't tell anybody. I mean, what do I look like? I don't want people to know that. But Monica got into them on her own, and I have really, really enjoyed seeing her collect Monster High stuff because the dolls are just fantastic. And this is from 2012. So this is 10 years old. And that's not ancient history, not when you're used to talking about toys that are 40 plus years old. But I will say that they haven't gone away. They have recently kind of rebooted. And so we've got a new generation of Monster High, and so here you go. And before I show this, I'm just gonna say it's hard for me to imagine what they can do to improve on this. It's a gorgeous doll. All of these dolls are gorgeous dolls, and there's fantastic imagination put into each and every character. There is a fantastic amount of imagination that goes into the world that they created for them to inhabit. So what do they do to make that better? Well, here we go. So this is the new Monster High Draculaura. This came out in 2022, and you can see that her clothes are still beautifully detailed. And they've only made the different colored hair more bold, and they've got all of these cool accessories, and everything is still horror themed. So what did they do to make these dolls better? We've got different body types. That's right. It's only taken, what year did Barbie come out? Like the 50s? Something like that. So it only took like 70 years for us to get past this one body type. And there's nothing wrong with this body type, but people come in a lot of different shapes and sizes. And this is a thick Draculaura. You look at her, and she's got thicker legs, she's got rounder features, and she is still a fashion doll. She is still being held up as something that's beautiful and worthy of being loved and worthy of being respected and treated like she's glamorous, because I mean, she's freaking Draculaura. Of course she's glamorous. Let's see, we got another one over here. We've got Ghoulia, and Ghoulia also is gorgeous. She's a little bit of a different body type than Draculaura. I would say a little bit more realistically proportioned, to like average people. Like honestly, if human beings were proportioned like this, then they wouldn't be able to lift their heads. And here is an original Ghoulia. She's got a little bit of frizzy hair day, but it has been raining, so. And again, we've got the traditional fashion doll proportions, which give her very thin arms, very thin legs, big hips, that hourglass figure, and this looks fantastic. Don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful doll with amazing clothing. And I especially love the gloves. I mean, look at that. That's fantastic. The belt, everything. She looks great. This is our new one, and she's got what seems to be a pleather skirt. I'm not sure that I dig the pleather skirt. I feel like the level of at least in these two outlets, there's like a million outfits that they make for all of these. And so if you, it might not be fair to compare this outfit to this one outfit, because they probably have a dozen others that are equal. But I will say that I think that I like this outfit better. Yeah. This one has a hat, like a knit hat. She's got some are those brain puffs? Those are wait, I can't see what it says there. No, those are brain puffs. Okay, good. I'm glad that those are brain puffs. She's got a handheld gaming system. This is a fantastic looking backpack. And of course, it's got the brain pattern in the backpack. She's got a skateboard with what seems to be like a dare foul. It has a DF, and he looks sort of like the Flash. That's Dead Fast, her favorite superhero. Oh, okay. So Dead Fast, her favorite superhero. She's got an owl, Sir Hoots-a-Lot. They have not lost any of their creativity over 10 years. I will give them all the credit in the world. She's got a coffin-shaped phone, love her glasses. Those are really nicely done. I do like the zipper that's on her skirt. And, you know, there are pleather skirts, so maybe it's just supposed to look like a pleather skirt. You know, and you know what? In real life, I don't really like those either. Just saying. That if it gets hot, then you know that would just be uncomfortable. Like it would stick. So yes, that's right. Fashion commentary on Retrobot. But yeah. So what I will say for the new Monster High. Have they gotten more, you know, have they really distinctly changed anything? Not really. All they've done is been more inclusive and made the dolls represent more types of girls. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Because everyone deserves to be loved and respected. You know, unless you choose to be an asshole. Then you lose that right. But you start out with the right to be loved and respected. You have to choose to do stuff to lose that right. Yeah. So, that's it. And I have to say, I'm kind of glad that that's it because my voice, I'm losing it. I'm losing it. I'm doing the college try here, but I have to say that this is so raw. So that is it. I hope that you have enjoyed Monica's birthday live stream. I hope that you have enjoyed your birthday live stream. Because, I mean, you know, obviously, every one of you are important to me, and I am genuinely grateful for each and every one of you that decide to tune in when we decide to do these. You know, it's been a little bit of a rough patch for us in terms of creating new content, and all of you are sticking with us, and I deeply, deeply appreciate it. With that being said, the most important thing for me tonight is that lovely lady over there enjoyed tonight's live stream. So, happy birthday, Monica. I love you, and I am so glad that you are willing to help me with all of this. So, all right, we are a small channel trying desperately to get bigger. So if you haven't already, then please subscribe. And if you subscribe, please click the notification bell so that you know when we're going to be doing more of these live streams, which typically happen right here on Friday nights, usually at 8 o'clock Eastern United States time, unless, you know, every now and then we do like an impromptu one. That does happen. Also, you will know when we're doing short circuits, which we just recorded a bunch of short circuits for Final Faction. We have lots of other toys that I have not even recorded stuff for because time is the enemy. So, you know, like, I keep trying to get my boss to just pay me for being awesome, but not really require me to have to do, you know, work. And he keeps needing me to do work. It is not fair. I'm just gonna say it is not fair. But that is the world that we live in, and thank you so much for joining me for this part of it. So, with that being said, also if you like this live stream, then please hit the thumbs up. Please comment about what your favorite stuff is that you had when you were a kid and recently has had a new reboot. And watch our Twitter and our Discord for announcements and schedules. Our next live stream will be later this month to celebrate classic and modern Dungeons and Dragons toys with Dawn. Dawn will be back here. Whoa, Dawn is in the house. I don't even, yeah, it's like, yes, of course he's in the house. He came to visit and he brings me toys and I give him fattening food, and That's kind of how it works. All right, so with all of that being said, a toast to Daniel Evans. A toast to Rob. A toast to Dawn. A toast to Ty Guy. A toast to Colleen. A toast to the Machiavellic. A toast to Hope. A toast a toast to Setsune. A toast to Osaka Jack. A toast to Director Daniel Mason. A toast to Mark Lungo. A toast to Joy. A toast to Starhound. A toast to Lin Fei 1. Thank you for joining us, Lin Fei. A toast to Perry Viking. A toast to Jessica Cheery. Dare I say, cheers? A toast to Tim Kangaroo. A toast to Christopher Remley. A toast to Emily Gray. And of course, my biggest, most beautiful toast is to Monica. I love you, dear. Happy birthday! Thank you, everyone, for joining me for this live stream. Tune in again for our next one when Dawn will be here. And keep your eyes open for those short circuits, which will be being released soon. How's that for a non-committal thing? So this is Maxx Steele, and I am Clay, and we are telling you to keep it Retrobot. Yeah, and now I can stop using my voice for about the next 10 hours. That's my plan. Won't say anything else for the next 10 hours. Starting right, well, you know, like I might have to communicate something, but like using my voice to the bare minimum, absolute bare minimum. I am not going to say anything else that I don't absolutely have to, starting right, you know, I mean, as I think about it, absolute might not be completely accurate, you know, because I mean, you know, if we do decide to have conversation, you know, just kind of talk like quietly, but you know, so you can still hear me, because you know, like I'm not going to give you the silent treatment, especially like right after your birthday live stream. That wouldn't be cool. So yeah, not going to say anything starting right. Well, I'm not really, not anything, but not too much starting right.